Hey, how's it going, everyone? It's been a while. Been a little on the busy side. Basement's pretty much done. Things are starting to settle down, and as you can tell, my office is slowly starting to get in order. Aside from that, um, somebody I left off on was Metzi B. So checking on him. I think the last time he streamed on Twitch was 5 months ago as of recording this, so he doesn't seem to be really on anybody's radar right now. I don't think he is. If you look on Twitch or Twitter or X as it's called now, I believe he is active on there, and he is playing Modern Warfare 3. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Go ahead and play it. That's fine. Just don't cheat like you did before. He didn't really have very good quality streams. A lot of the clips and recordings I had made, the amount of video compression, either because he's doing a single PC setup. I think at the time he was using a 2070 Super and an i9. I'm not sure which one. And his stream quality wasn't very good, which is kind of surprising for somebody using a GPU with NVENC encoding. And aside from that, something that potentially had both a integrated Intel GPU and with QuickSync, and also having the NVENC encoder on the graphics card, which would take a small like 3 to 5% performance hit, and it's not much. So the fact that his stream quality was always crap, I don't understand. Even given that OBS and other applications go through and identify your hardware and set everything up for you if you go through and you let it. So why his streams were always crap quality, I don't know. Couldn't tell you. When I streamed on Twitch, mine was semi-decent. And I didn't stream on there much, but if you set up 6500 variable bitrate, it's not bad. So a lot of his clips that I'd recorded aren't really usable, and since he streams on Twitch, it doesn't stay on it for very long. There are some videos that can stay longer. I'm not sure how you do that or what's involved, but the vast majority of his streams are all gone. Of all the clips that I have, there's two that I have that really stand out. The rest of them, the video quality is really crap. So we'll get into the videos that I do have, or the clips that I do have. We'll look over those, and yeah, I guess I'll move on to the next. All right, so let's get into this first clip here. Metzi B. This is the rooftop one I believe I used in a previous video. So we'll watch that again real quick in fast motion. All right, so there's two things in action here that kind of caught my eye. One is going to be the recoil. There's visual recoil, but there's not actual recoil that's getting away from him. He only shoots a little bit, but by the time he gets over to from the start of engaging the player to the time they get over, his aim seems pretty flat and level. It doesn't look like he's fighting, pulling the controller, the thumbstick down. And aside from that, I'll watch it again, and there's two things here, and one of them kind of helps not add up. So he engages the enemy. He's kind of sidestepping as he's going by, and then his aim jettisons off to the side, and he's got to pull it back to the other player. So if he's fighting recoil, that means as he's aiming, he's pulling back on that. As soon as that player goes behind cover, does his aim go down? No, it goes on a flat playing field to the left. So he's not fighting recoil. And on top of that, as soon as that player goes behind cover, his aim breaks off far more than it should in a very staggering manner. I mean, that right there is, there's something a lot stronger than aim assist going on there. So you have two things. One, lack of recoil, and the fact that it jets off to the side. It doesn't go down at all, showing that he's not pulling back and fighting recoil at that same time. So those things just don't add up. Here's DrDisRespect using the exact same weapon, keyboard and mouse, but they're both going to have, doesn't matter if you're controller or keyboard and mouse, you're going to have recoil to fight. So if you watch there, I mean, it's all over the place. We'll just go ahead and watch it in slow motion. I mean, no sense in slowing down all the way to get to this point. So if you watch here, as soon as he engages, his aim starts just a little above this ridge, and he's fighting a recoil. It gets almost up at that top ridge. Now he's back down to the bottom ridge, and he's bouncing in between. So it's not flat and parallel. He's fighting with it all the way. Now, obviously on controller, you're going to be pulling back on the thumbstick, to whereas on keyboard and mouse, you're going to be pulling back on the mouse. Both of them you can make a smooth action, but again, the thing is, on MetCB's clip, as soon as the enemy goes behind cover, his aim moves in a flat parallel motion. He should have been pulling on it to fight that recoil all the way up to that last second. So his aim should have went down and to the side, not straight off, which not fighting recoil, and the aim snaps off in a manner it shouldn't. So side by side between the two. So of those engagements, they started at the exact same time. DrDisRespect has climbed up, and he's had to use his mouse to pull it back down. Again, he starts at the bottom of the cliff, comes up towards the top, and he's got to pull it back down in almost the exact same amount of time that MetCB has engaged this enemy over here, and it's been parallel that whole time. So MetCB's showing indications that no recoil, and the aim is snapping off in a fashion it shouldn't, and the fact that his aim doesn't drop down to the side to show that he's fighting recoil as soon as he gets past that breaking point where he potentially wouldn't have aim assist anymore. So those are two big signs that he's using something other than what's built into the game mechanics. All right, so this is the second clip, and unfortunately, one of two only decent clips. His video quality is crap, and he hasn't streamed in like 5 months or something. I believe over on X, he is actively going through and talking and being active on there, but it doesn't look like he's streamed anytime soon. So on this one, you're pretty much going to see in this clip right here, it's kind of self-explanatory. So right there, I mean, you just saw somebody playing on a controller, which is analog. Their aim did something that should only be possible by somebody on a keyboard and mouse. It went from analog to digital. That shouldn't happen at all unless you're using a third-party application. So I don't think he knows anything about this enemy being here. First off, if he's so good with his aim, why is he aiming way off to the side? It makes absolutely no sense. If I see an enemy, I'm going to start aiming their direction, and I'm going to continue aiming their direction. I'm not going to point off to the side and then have my aim somehow become picture perfect accurate. Don't know what I did there. Clicking on the wrong spot. So he comes over, aims off to the side for whatever reason, and now his aim is pinpoint on. If I can stop clicking around. All right, see that moment again in fast speed? Boom. It's a nice little crispy snap. Boom. I mean, you really can't get any more blatant than that. So MetCB hasn't streamed in a while on Twitch. I should have clipped those when I could have, and I didn't, but here nor there, he doesn't really stream anymore. So I left off on MetCB, and so now here's your video. And I guess it's on to the next one. So see you in the next video. Deuces.